सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च.
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Janana. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. Bhattatiri was a great poet. He was a great acharya who lived in the Kerala Pradesha. He was so devoted to his acharya that one day he took upon the rogam, the rheumatoid arthritis vata rogam, that his guru Achyuta Pisharoti was suffering from. In the due course, when he wanted to know how to spend his time usefully, Tunjattu Ramanuja Eluthachan said, "Why don't you write the quintessence of the Bhagavata Purana, Meenattottu Kuttuga?" As a result of it, he wrote the entire essence of Bhagavatam as Narayaneeyam. Bhattatiri prayed to Krishna that he should get rid of rheumatoid arthritis and the pain that he was enduring because of this. It did so happen that he composed over 1,000 verses in the Narayaneeyam. As he was composing, towards the 98th Dashakam, we saw called the Namaskara Dashakam, he was completely cured of rheumatoid arthritis. In the 99th Dashakam, he was just describing Bhagavan's beauty. He closed his eyes. He just leaned on to one of the pillars of Guruvayur Kshetram and said, "Krishna, that day when the Vedas were stolen by an asura called Somaka, or some people called Hayagriva, it is you who incarnated as a beautiful fish with a single horn and retrieved the Vedas from the asura. When the Devas seemed to have lost wealth, it is you who told them, commanded them, that they should be churning the waters with the Devas and Asuras, Vadavarayai, Mattaki, Vasukiyai, Nanaki, Kadalvannan, Pandurunal, Vanga, Kadal, Kadaindamadhavanai, Keshavanai. You came, Kanduya Nairandrina, you took the form of a tortoise and you supported the Mandara Parvatam which was about to drown. And you supported through an Ajitavatara at the top, and then as they were churning, you emerged as Dhanavantri carrying the Amritam. You became the beautiful Mohini who was to distribute the Amritam between the Devas and Asuras. When Bhuma Devi was suffering at the hands of a demon called as Hiranyaksha, it is you who came as a wild boar, Udritasi Varahena Krishnena Shatabahuna. Pashiturthu Kidanda Parmagatku Pandorunal Mashudammin Nirvara Manamira Pandriyam Peshudaya Tevar Tiruvaranga Chelvanar. Pesirupanagal Perkavum Perave, you came as Varaha, lifted Bhuma Devi and showed us Bhuvaraha Swami. When that little boy Prahlada said, "My dear father, Narayana, rests everywhere, Sarvatra asti, Sada asti, Trilokyamet Dakhilam Narasimha Garbham," when that little boy was being tortured by his father, you emerged from the pillar as Narasimha, Satapatala Bhishane Sarabhasa Attahasodbate, Spurat Kridi Parisputar Brugunike Vivaktre Krite, Kripa Kapata Kesarin Danujadimba Dattastana Saroja Sadrisha Adrisha, Vyatibhishajyate vyajyate, to prove the words of your devotee right, called as Brahma and Prahlada, you emerged as Narasimha. When Bali Chakravarti was performing the yaga in the Yagavatika in the northern banks of river Narmada in the Bhrigukachapa Kshetram, it is you who is the son of Aditi and Kashyapa, as Vamana Upendra went to the Yajnavatika seeking 3 measures of land. You measured the worlds, Vongi Ulagananda Uttaman Perpadi, Ambaram Udarittu Vongi Ulagalanda Umbar Komane, He Vamana, He Trivikrama, you went there. When you realize that your father, Jamadagni, was tortured and killed by a king called Kartavirya Arjuna of the Haihaya race, you took the parashu in your hands and you went around killing those kshatriyas who were offensive to the society. Kratuvara shikari kantuka bihrutyunmuka jagadiruntu dajita hari danti danta danturunta dashavadana damana kushara dasha chata bhuja mukha drpatikula rudira jara bharita prututara tataka tarpita pitrika bhrugupati sugati vihati kara nata parudushi pariga. You performed the pitrimeda samskara to your father. When Dasharatha and Kaushalya wanted a son who could be a replica of Paramatma, you were born as Rama. You were extremely obedient to your parents. You were so affectionate to your brothers called Bharata, Lakshmana and Shatrughna. You went as the one who protected the Yajnavatika of Sakshat Vishwamitra. And as you went to that Yajnavatika, you killed Tataka, you killed Subahu, drove away Maricha, and you gave Uddharanam to Ahalya, Gautama Patni. You went to Mithila and lifted the bow of Shiva, broke it into 2 pieces, and then thereby won Sita. There was Vivaham between Sita and Rama, who's you. Hey Bhagavan, while you were returning, you ensured that there was a Garbhabhangam of Parashurama. Arundhane Rushande Bhrugukula Tilake Sankramayasvatejaha Yate Yatosya Yodhyam. And as you returned to Ayodhya, you were extremely happy. On your 25th year, you were ordered by Dasharatha through the words of Kaikeyi, who was poisoned by Manthara, that you should be spending 14 years of your lifetime in the forest. Sita said, I will walk in front of you and remove the thorns, and she joined you. And Lakshmana said, Sabra tuscharana ugadam nipidya raghunandana Sita muvachatishayam raghavam cha mahavratam aham sarvam karishyami jagrataha swapadascha. He too joined you. While the 3 of you were walking in the forest, it for a moment looked as if Pranava was walking. Agratav prayayo Ramaha Sita madhye sumadhyama prishitatastu dhanushpanihi Lakshmanaha anujagamaha. You went to the habitat of Guha in Shringiberapura. You accepted the hospitality of Bharadwaja. You gave away your padukas, paduka, Medinincha, you gave it to Bharata. Then you killed Virada. You went to the ashrama of Sutikshna, Sharabhanga, Agastya, Valmiki. And then you brought about the Garvabhangam of Shurpanaka. You fought against Kara, Dushana and Trishiras. Sita was abducted. Jatayu tried to protect. Jatayu lost his life. He thereby got moksham. On the sojourn to search Sita, you made friends with the Vanaras, before which you gave moksham to Shabari. You made friendship with Sugriva, killed Vali, made Sugriva the king. You made friends with Hanuman, Pavanatmaja. He went leaving Bharata Desham, meeting Sita, giving the ring and accepting the Chudamani, Twadvata, Karnanodhyar Garu, Duru, Java, Sampati, Vakya. He came back, he said, I've seen Sita. Then with the help of the Vanaras, thereby taking the help of the one who had surrendered called Vibhishana, you constructed the Setu. You went all the way there. You vanquished Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Malyavan, Indrajit in the battle. And Agni Pariksha was performed and you returned to Ayodhya as Pattabhishekarama later. Maithilyam, Babavacha, Shiva Shiva Kiratam, Garbhini, Mabhyahasi, Sita was abandoned. Then later the sons were accepted. In Krishna Avatara, you were born to Devaki and Vasudeva, and in one night you shifted your residence to Gokulam, where you grew up as the child of Nandagopa and Yashoda. What all pranks you performed, Krishna. You were able to kill Putana, you were able to kill Vatsasura, Kapithasura, Agha, Pranamba, Keshi, Dhenuka. You danced on the snake called Kaliya. You lifted the mountain called Govardhana. You did a Rasa Krida in the Rasa Panchadhyai with the Gopika Stris. You thereby brought delight to all of them in Gokulam and later Vrindavanam through Navanita Chauryam, Venuganam. And finally, when you were invited by Kamsa to Mathura, you went there, vanquished Mushtika Chanura, Kubalaya Pida, killing Kamsa, releasing your parents, bringing normalcy. But then Jarasandha Yuddham happened. Then you shifted your capital through Kalayavana. Through Muchukunda, you ensured that there was an annihilation of Kalayavana. Through Bhima, you ensured that Jarasandha was killed. You became the Sarathi. You became the Duta to the Pandavas. You gave the Bhagavad Gita to all of them. You were so devoted to your devotees that when you went to the hermitage of Vidura, when Vidura gave you the fruit, taking away the fruit and throwing it away and giving you the banana peel, you still accepted because you see the bhakti in your devotees, Krishna. In the Ekadasha Adhyaya, in the 11th canto, when there was this Vishwarupam that was shown, hey Krishna, everybody saw that Vishwarupam. Arjuna saw that Vishwarupam, Bhishma saw that Vishwarupam, Dronacharya could also see it, some say. Sanjaya saw it, and through Sanjaya, Dhritarashtra was able to experience, look at me in Kali Yugam, I'm Narayana Nambudri, Bhattatiri in Kerala, I'm not able to experience that Vishwarupam, said Bhattatiri, and as he was lamenting on this, he saw beautiful fingers of a little boy that was as soft as the lotus tapping on his shoulder. He looked who he was, and when he turned, he saw that Vishwarupam right in front of him. For Bhattatiri, it was a huge blessing in disguise that he was seeing the cosmic form. As he saw the cosmic form, he experiences that bhakti and reveals it in the 100th Dashakam, which is called as Agre Pashyami Dashakam. He says, Agre Pashyami Tejo Nibidatakala Yavali Lobhaniyam Piyushaplavitoham Tadanu Tadutare Divya Kaishoravesham Tarunyarambharamyam Paramasukharasaswada Romanchitangaihi Avitam Naradadyaihi Vilasadupanishad Sundari Mandalaischa Aham Pashyami Tejaha Agre. Aham, I. Pashyami, I see. Tejaha, the refulgence, Agre, in front of me. Tat Nibida Tara Kalayavali Lobhaniyam. It looks as if there is an array of Kalaya flowers, that blue hue that I see in you, Krishna. Tena aham piyushaplavitaha. On account of that, I feel as if I've submerged in the ocean of nectar. Tadanu tadutare. Following that is the core region. Pashyami divya kaishoravesham. How have you appeared in front of me, Krishna? Kaishoravesham, as a little boy with such a beautiful face and such a captivating smile, you have come in front of me. Pashyami divya kaishoravesham. How is it? Bhavati Tarunya Rambharamyam. It looks as if you're so young. Ramyam. Tarunya Ramyam. That youth is so captivating. That Avitam Naradadyehi. Who is praising you? Narada and the other rishis are praising you. So we are extremely indebted to you. Parama Sukha Rasaswada Romanchitangaihi. Looking at you, I am getting goosebumps. I'm getting horripilation. The hair is standing on my body. One anubhavam. Second is, looking at your form, even the Maharishis are getting horripilation, goosebumps. Vilasad Upanishad Sundari Mandalaihi Cha. Assuming the form of beautiful damsels, Apsara Stris, the Upanishads that have come to praise you are surrounding you. What a delight it is to see this beautiful anubhavam, says Bhattatiri in this first episode of the 100th Dashakam.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादि दिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते. नारायण 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 नारायण